Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we expose the hidden stories in corporate speak. Prepare yourselves because this company is apparently going to a tech conference talking about its future goals, and we're going to see what they're really saying behind all the buzz. Alright, so today we're diving into a filing from Community Trust BANCORP Inc., more commonly known by its ticker CTBI. Now, this isn't your typical deep financial report like a massive 10K, but it's still packed with information about what the company is up to. What's really interesting here is that CTBI is issuing this report because they're going to be presenting at a couple of investor conferences. One is the Raymond James US Bank and Banking on Technology conference in Chicago this September. The fact that they're highlighting technology in their conference title is a bit of a signal about their strategy, or at least how they want to be perceived. They're essentially sharing their current financial status and their future performance goals with investors at these events. This filing is basically them saying, hey, here's the material we're using for that presentation, and it's like a sneak peek for us. When companies present at these types of events, they're usually trying to paint a positive picture of their business, or at least show where they're headed. So this presentation they're giving is likely going to be full of key numbers and strategic talking points that they want investors to hear. Now, they add this little legal disclaimer saying this information isn't officially considered filed with the SEC in the same way a big earnings report would be. It's more like a disclosure of information they're using to communicate with investors. This means they're being careful about the language they use and the implications of what they're saying. And who's signing off on this report? Mark A. Gooch, the Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of Community Trust BANCORP Inc. It's always important to see who's putting their name on these official documents. So what does this all tell us? Well, CTBI is actively engaging with investors, and they're using these conferences to talk about their financial health and their forward-looking plans. The mention of a banking on technology conference suggests they're focusing on innovation or leveraging technology in their operations, which is a crucial trend in the banking sector today, especially as they aim to meet future performance goals. Now, let's think about what this means for them and for us as observers. If they're talking about future performance goals, it means they have strategic objectives they're working towards, and this presentation will likely detail those objectives and how they plan to achieve them. This could include things like customer growth efficiency improvements or new product offerings. The banking on technology angle could mean they're investing in digital platforms, improving online banking experiences, or using data analytics to understand their customers better. Looking at the broader context, community banks like CTBI often face intense competition from larger national banks and newer fintech companies. So staying relevant and competitive often means embracing technology and demonstrating a clear growth strategy. Presenting at a conference focused on this area shows they're aware of these trends and are likely making technology a core part of their future. In terms of a Warren Buffett style analysis, we always look for quality companies with understandable businesses and strong management at reasonable valuations. While this filing doesn't give us deep financial tables, we know CTBI is a publicly traded company, and that means its stock performance and financial health are there. If we dig into their other filings like their quarterly 10Q or annual 10K reports, the fact that they're going to this conference and presenting their future goals is itself a statement of confidence. It means they believe they have a story worth telling to investors about their trajectory and their potential for growth. However, we need to be careful. Presentations like this are designed to persuade. The real test will be in whether they can actually deliver on the goals they set, and whether the technology investments they're making translate into tangible improvements in their financial results, like increased revenue or improved profitability. Without seeing the actual presentation slides though, it's hard to get into specific numbers or detailed analysis. CTBI as a community bank will likely focus on things like net interest margin, loan growth, and deposit stability. These are the bread and butter metrics for any bank, and their performance in these areas will be a good indicator of their overall health. For us, the takeaway here is that CTBI is actively marketing its future prospects and trying to gain investor confidence by highlighting its technology focus. Keep an eye on their subsequent filings to see if the promises made at these conferences translate into actual performance improvements. Alright, that's our quick decode of this filing from Community Trust BANCORP. The key takeaway is their focus on technology and their proactive engagement with investors to share future performance goals. What do you think about their tech-focused strategy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, especially if you like getting the straight story behind corporate news, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. For more in-depth discussions and exclusive insights, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.